They know in any election from dog catcher to the presidency, there should be at minimum a debate so you can flesh out the ideas. Folks, this is really bad. I'm not kidding. You can expect this to get much worse. Much worse. I am extremely concerned with the information I'm hearing. He is not there. He's not there. It's getting worse by the minute. So I received a communique. What do you want to call it? You want to talk fancy stuff like the liberal thing? Showing this new one. I'm already not liking this thing. It's already showing. I got like a thing hanging out of my ear, like I'm back in the Secret Service or something.
You do have a thing hanging out.
I don't. I know. I do.
Yeah.
The very Ben Stiller, something about Mary. Some of you got that. So I received that communique, a dossier, whatever you want to call it, except maybe it's real, from let's say a certain source of mine. And the source said this: listen, Biden's mental state is really deteriorating rapidly, folks, rapidly, like to the point where Democrats are getting seriously, genuinely concerned about what's going on. Folks, he is, listen, I don't put this out there lightly. I've received communications like this before. I've been hesitant to put out there because the reliability is questionable. Not this one. You know, having been around Democrat politics and Democrats for a long time, I maintain a good quality network of sources, even amongst Democrats who are concerned about, you know, there are some out there left, shockingly, very small group, but still concerned about the future of the country. They are terrified. Listen to me. This is one of the most important things I've opened up the show with in a very long time. I'm telling you, people around Joe Biden in his network, they're every day seeing him from dawn to dusk, from what we used to call socks on to socks off. Socks on in the bed, socks off to go back to bed, are telling me this guy's not there. He's not there. Now, Joe, just to be clear on what we're talking about here for our audience, because it's important. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about like he forgets where he put the mayonnaise after making tuna. You know, he forgets where the refrigerator in his, backup freezer in his garage is. I'm talking about the guy's completely not there, like losing it at times. Confused where he is. Has to be kind of coached through things sometimes. And the problem, from what I'm hearing from people, the problem, if you're missing the gesticulations, you can watch the show, youtube.com/Bongino. The problem is it's getting worse. That although there may be some degree of functionality still left, you get what I'm saying? It's disappearing at a geometrically expanding rapid rate, to the point where they're concerned about what's going to happen in November with the election 90 days from now. Forget about, Joe, what's going to happen 4 years from now if Biden's elected. I said on Jesse Waters' show this weekend, which I do once in a while, I said to Jesse, no one really thinks anymore in the Democrat Party Biden's going to be president. Now do you understand why the vice presidential pick has been delayed 3 or 4 times now? Folks, I'm telling you, this is dangerous stuff. You were about to, listen, I get it. I'm a supporter of the president. I understand there are Democrats who just hate this guy. I'm just talking about President Trump. Sad. I know you let your personal feelings get in the way a lot. I'm just telling you, you're about to vote for a guy who is entirely incapable of doing the job, the most important job in the world. If this was your company and your business, you would absolutely, and your wallet was going to take a hit knowing you were going to elect via a board, a CEO was going to run your company right into the ground on day one. You would never do it. But you're doing it, right? Because you feel like, I don't know, they'll back him up. The VP will come in and fill in the void. The cabinet's going to back him up. I said this on Jesse Waters this weekend. No one actually believes Biden's going to be president. They think it's either going to be the VP or they think it's going to be the cabinet somehow taking over, some kind of whatever, consensus opinion. Folks, you understand how dangerous this is? You were about to elect a guy who was completely falling apart. Now, I posted this on Parler and on other social media accounts as well, Facebook as well, and it blew up. Here is the actual post that got a whole bunch of attention. I said, not a joke, not hyperbole, and I meant it. This isn't a joke, and it's not exaggeration. I'm hearing from people close to the situation that Biden's cognitive decline is rapidly worsening and is becoming increasingly difficult to mask. Those were almost the exact words. The Democrats are going to have to make a decision soon. Well, boy, did that elicit a response. Red State, here's Breitbart, a couple others picked up this American Thinkers, a good piece. You can see them on my social media feeds at Parler as well. I posted most of them. Dan Bongino warns Biden's cognitive decline is rapidly worsening. Joel Pollack. Folks, I'm not kidding. This is for real. Now, in case you think I'm making this up, oh man, Dan's sources, all right, he was right on Spygate, he was right on Clinton, but, I'm just going to toss this one into the wind. The Democrats are behind the scenes in a panic. They're afraid this guy's not even going to be able to make it to November. I don't mean make it like live. I mean cognitively make it and pretend, literally pretend he's all there.
Right.
I'll play a quick video. Joe, of course, always gets a preview before the show. Here's a video of Clinton, phony, fraud, former press secretary, one of the worst guys in the business character-wise. I mean, completely devoid of a spine whatsoever. Here's Hatchet Man Joe Lockhart, Clinton phony. He went on CNN this weekend, and they're already laying down the new narrative, Joe, that Biden should not have to debate Trump, and then fill in the reasons why. But here's Lockhart's reason why, because they don't want him on the stage because they know he's not there. So check out Joe Lockhart on CNN, already laying down how Biden should stay off the debate stage because they know he can't handle it. Check this out.
Yeah, well, he will say that. And I think, as I wrote in the article, it's worth the risk. This is a president who, as I said in the article, is incapable of telling the truth. He spins these conspiracy theories out there. And up till now, most of those theories are broadcast by Fox News and, on his Twitter feed. And, most Americans don't see that. The debates are very different. This is the one thing, now that we're not really going to have conventions where the public will tune in, 50, 60 million people. And they will see all of this nonsense from him. He will take the truth and destroy it. And Biden will be in the position of correcting him over and over and over again. I don't think he should give him that platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine this? We're about to elect the president of the United States, the most powerful position, not just the most powerful position in the world, the most powerful position in the world in the history of the world, right? So it's been the most powerful position on the planet for well over 100 years. In the beginning, the presidency was powerful, but you still had, the British to deal with and other great empires. We are the world's biggest empire now. You have now things you didn't have 200 years ago, right, Joe? You have nuclear weapons. You have geopolitical decisions that could enter us into World War III tomorrow morning that could end in an apocalyptic catastrophe. It is not only the most powerful position in the world, it's the most powerful position in the world in the history of the world. And you're about to elect a guy who the Democrats are afraid to put on a debate stage. They're hiding this guy. The New York Times floated an op-ed piece. Joe Biden shouldn't debate President Trump. Oh, go ahead. The reasons are irrelevant. Lockhart's like, because Trump lies. I don't mean they're irrelevant in terms of analysis. They're irrelevant in terms of Lockhart doesn't actually mean that. They're just filling in the blank reasons and floating out and poking you to see which one will. You get what I'm saying? Like which one will resonate with the public more? Reason number one: right. Trump lies. Yeah, Trump lies. Let's not debate. They're just trying to figure out what a focus group will tell them, and what'll make more sense and what'll resonate with the public. They don't mean any of it. They know in any election from dog catcher to the presidency, there should be at minimum a debate so you can flesh out the ideas. Folks, this is really bad. I'm not kidding. You can expect this to get much worse. Much worse. I am extremely concerned with the information I'm hearing. He is not there. He's not there. It's getting worse by the minute.
You just heard Dan Bongino.